Like on the floor here, what's this? Like, did they patch the floor with an old sign? Look at that. XB Express. What does that say? Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's call is a really exciting one. I don't think I've been this excited about a call in a really long time. That's because today we're going to be digging through an abandoned antique store and a bonus barn on the property. Now, I've known about this place for about 20 years now, and I'm always driving by, but there's never anybody there. And this time I was able to contact the son, who's only there for the summer. He's going to be emptying out the entire property, then going back home to Florida. So I'm going to be the first person in the building in about 30 years, and I've only got a short amount of time to get through it before he clears it all out. So it's going to be super hot today, and it's already heating up. So let's head over there already and check it out. When was this built?
This was never built. It was moved from Greenway. The Greenway curve, they used to have a fruit stand there.
Oh, okay.
So they gave the building to him, so he had it moved. And then this one here was given to him also.
Okay.
I know this here used to be the pop shop. I'm sorry. There was a place in Grand Bend called the Pop Shop. They sold, they make your own pop.
Oh yeah, I remember Pop Shop. Yeah,
This was a pop shop place.
That and the arcade, they went hand in hand probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they gave that building to him. This was a fruit stand, came from Greenway, so they just moved it over here and stuck it here. So.
Okay. And when was that?
Oh, Christ. 40 years ago. 40.
And how long did he have it open as an antique shop?
I don't know.
Not long. Like what?
10 years.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. About a decade, because it's been empty for probably about 30 years, right? Yeah. Okay.
About 10 years or so that he passed.
Okay. And it's holding up okay for right now?
Well,
for right now?
Right now.
Yeah. So you're gonna show me any spots that I should watch for, maybe?
Yeah. Let's just move this barrel.
Okay.
Kick the door in this one.
Oh, yeah, it's all full of water. That's why it's so heavy. Here.
Okay.
Oh, nasty, eh?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the part of the shop I can always see from the highway.
Yes.
And I've literally been driving by for 20 years or more since I've been in the business, wondering what's going on here, and never stopped in because I didn't want to just like wander onto somebody's property.
Well, the shelves used to be full, and over the years it's been broken into quite a few times. So
okay,
a lot of stuff's been pilfered.
Right. So, but some of the gems may be the stuff that's a little more tucked away, or a barn out back.
This is a copper kettle. It's a copper apple butter kettle.
I'm surprised someone didn't take that for scrap.
I'm surprised too. They probably couldn't get out the door.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a copper kettle.
Yeah. Still not bad shape, eh? I mean,
no holes or anything.
No. Okay. So you have to do a little bit of digging but not too much up here, I guess, eh?
So we got flooded, as you can see.
And that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, when a building sits that long. And then back here, there's an old prop down there. That's seen better days. That one looks like I ran ashore into some rocks.
Yeah, that came from Bayfield.
Okay.
And the bellows probably pull out of here because those are nice.
Yeah, so they're like 4+ feet. Yeah. Wow, look at those, eh?
Yeah. So
you want to pull them out to sell, you mean?
Well, yeah, I'm going to pull them out. They're just, there's so many help, so I'll get somebody to help me one day. We'll pull them out.
Yeah.
Unless you're interested.
Yeah, it might be. That's going to take a really specific buyer, right? Because they have to be...
have some space to display it.
Yeah, like an outdoor covered porch seasonally and then stored away in the winter. Otherwise, like the leather and this wood won't last much longer outside. No. What were you hoping to get out of them as is?
I haven't given that any thought, actually.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So you've got like hay rakes and stuff. So yeah, so 30 years ago, you can see what was collectible in here, right?
Yeah.
The china, the old tools especially. That's something that's really nosedived. Oh, I see a few fire extinguishers there.
There's 3 there. There was about 30 or 40, and those disappeared. I remember there was a lot of those.
I wonder if there wasn't like a shady antique dealer in the area that was doing that. Because if they knew they were looking for and they were grabbing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, let's see this window here. They broke that out a couple years ago.
Oh,
Metal over it.
Yeah.
There was a window there, so.
Yeah, that's pretty bold. And that'd probably be more in the off season too when no one's around, eh?
I would assume,
Yeah. Okay. I've got an old soda bottle here. Just kind of hiding in plain sight. That's not too bad. Okay, so into this one here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a lot of books back here, I guess.
Yeah. Funny story, my dad would go to auction sales and buy boxes and boxes of books.
Yeah.
For 50 cents a dollar, please want to get rid of them.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
He'd spend hours and hours taking every book out and shaking it. Old people have a tendency to hide money in books.
They do, yeah,
You know
and...
how many thousands of dollars he's found over the years?
Oh, he did good for him.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd go through the books and he'd shake every single one a certain way, and if there was anything stored in there, hopefully it fell out. And he'd take them in here, and certain book people bought them over the years. They're not much good condition now, but yeah, that's why he bought them. He'd buy boxes and boxes of books.
See, I've never had that luck, shaking out books.
Thousands.
But I mean, if you bought enough books, I mean, eventually you would find something, right?
More books.
So there's like, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 treadle sewing machines back here.
There's a couple more up in the barn. There's 2 or 3 up there.
Yeah. So some people still use the bases to make tables and custom pieces.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, that's was really hot. I could sell every one I got. A lot of good garden art stuff in here. A lot of rustic pieces, right?
Yeah.
And you've got all the old stoves. And these are great. I love them, but they're just so much work to retrofit these days. And then you're gonna have some stuff for the burn pile, obviously, at some point too, right? A lot of furniture is too far gone. All right, so where's the next spot around here?
I don't know whether we can get in here.
Try. When was the last time you tried to get in?
I haven't been in here in 20, 30 years.
Really?
I don't really know what's in there. We'll
Okay.
work on that. I'll have to get something to get that lock off.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've got my bolt cutters in my car or not.
If you do, I'll cut that.
I'll have to double check. I usually have them with me. Yeah, I'll go check that at some point. We'll see if we can get it open.
Okay.
So what made you decide to just start cleaning out this year?
We're gonna put horses in the barn.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff in here. No room for horses.
Right. So just the whole property in general, you just want to get it cleaned up and start using it for something other than rental?
Yeah, well, it's going to be my summer. I'm almost retired.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to stay up here in the summers. And I'd like to just get rid of a lot of the stuff here.
Right. Now, this is a great room for someone like me. Look at all this stuff, eh? Yeah, no space wasted in here, huh?
No, it's just trinkets everywhere.
Okay. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging around in here.
Right
but how much further back does it go?
Way back.
Yeah, we'll do a quick walkthrough, and then maybe I'll just take my time a little bit and pick through.
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. Gotcha.
There's a bunch of baskets in here. I don't know if these have any value.
No. I would give them away.
Yeah.
If not, they go in the burn pile.
Yeah.
They're, maybe 20 years from now, they'll be collectible.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of little stuff here to dig through for sure. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a big scrap pile. You're gonna have a burn pile. You're gonna make some money.
Well, not so much the money. It's just the amount of money it costs to pay someone to help me. I'll probably offset the cost of what he sells for. That's all.
True, yeah.
And this part here is where I'm gonna clean out. I want to put a couple horses in here. We got some people interested in keeping horses,
Okay.
and just have someone in there on the farm.
Yeah.
Be behind the curve.
What's that?
They might be. Those are
Yeah, a little bit now.
there. I've got a buyer for those. Those are from a Volkswagen.
Oh, okay, yep.
They still have a bit of value. I'm gonna pull them out when I get some of this to it. No, I got a guy that likes to come to buy those.
Okay.
Um,
Couple old bikes buried back there as well.
Yeah.
Anything decent?
I don't think so. I don't think they're really old. I think they're just.
Okay, yeah, more 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70s, early 80s even.
Yeah, 70s-ish.
Okay.
And there's a few kettles. Oops, there's a few kettles in here. There's a bigger one here, buried.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a couple in there. There's a few wagon wheels. There's one here. There's I think you missed the one up front. There's
I saw the one up front when we came in. Yeah.
one here, and there's a part one there.
Mm-hmm.
Part wheel over there.
And then you've got some random wood crates there.
Yeah.
I'd probably take a closer look at those, see if I can find anything I could use.
Yeah, there's a few crates stacked in there.
Okay. This is my first barn of the year. Yeah, it's a little bit late. I usually have one earlier than this. Yeah.
I'll open up the door and let the light in here.
So a lot of larger items here, but it looks like there could be some other stuff mixed in if you had look hard enough. Yeah, I'll probably poke around a little bit of all this stuff. Take a quick look at some of the canning jars. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, and you want to clean up most of it, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get rid of a lot of it.
Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll start downstairs and just kind of take my time a little bit, go room by room.
Okay, well, I'm going to be working out there.
Yeah, if I need anything, I'll call you or holler at you. If you don't hear from me in like a half hour, come check on me. Okay, so Bob's out back doing some yard work and things like that. I told him that I'm just going to dig around here. Now, there is this building right behind me here we couldn't get into. I'm going to try and bust that lock open. Now, I don't have my bolt cutters with me. I do have a pry bar. And I'm going to try my hardest to get that lock broken off so we can see what's in this building here, because he said he hasn't been in here for, I think, 30 years. Okay, so it's pretty sketch back here. I have no idea if there's any poison ivy. I don't see anything obvious at the moment. But here's the lock here, so... But I've got my pry bar, so let's see if we can get this open. Yeah, so you said like you haven't even been here in 30 years or something, huh?
No, not right, 30 years.
Yeah. Okay.
At least I don't think many people have been in here because they can't get in here.
No, that's just it. That's why I wanted to get in here so quickly. And I saw the back of the Pepsi piece at the window when we walked by. Is that safe there, the windows? Okay. All right, so... All right, we're in.
Yeah, I remember this picture.
Oh, yeah, I guess this would bring back some memories, huh?
This came from a restaurant.
Yeah, look at this, hey, these little booths.
Across the street, it's not there anymore.
Almost like a Mother's Pizza or something. So, were you living here?
Just seasonally. We never did live in Canada this all year round.
The whole family?
Yeah. We traveled back.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the link. Gotcha. So that must have been a nice little, seasonal hobby job for your dad.
Yeah, I've seen snow a few times, but not very often.
Okay, yeah.
Even now, I don't.
And we get lots of it here too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is great. I'm looking forward to digging through here.
You go right ahead. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, I'll take my time through here, and I'm just gonna put stuff aside as I find it.
I haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm gonna run and get something to eat and come back. So
whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I'll be a good 45 minutes.
Yeah, you got your phone on you? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it's just me. First person in here in about 30 years. Clearly there's been animals living in here. That's raccoon feces and stuff. I've got gloves. There is very good ventilation. And I'm not going to try and stir stuff up too much. If I do, I will put a mask on. I'm going to be looking for smaller stuff in here. Any good advertising, whether it's signs, crates, tins, things like that. Good rustic items, anything nautical. Good garden decor that would sell this time of year in July still. A bit of everything, really. These wagon wheels are kind of cool. I go back and forth on those. Sometimes they sell quickly, sometimes they sit for a while, and they're almost 5 feet. So there seems to be a lot of these more generic looking crates here. When I met him yesterday at the roadside, I think he said he was selling them for $5 each. I'm sure if I wanted some of these generic ones, I could get a bulk deal. Got clawfoot tub feet. Well, there's one with something on it, but this is really buried. So I'm really gonna have to want it, but you see down there's a whole bunch of feet there for clawfoot tubs. We've got windows. We've got a dirty basket full of poo. So probably playing a little bit of Tetris here today. Just to make it all accessible. But you never know what's going to fly out of here. See, the bottom's no good. And it's not the best crate anyway. London Winery. My grandfather worked there. Some golf clubs. Now I'm just looking for the wooden shaft, the hickory shaft. You can see a lot of stuff is, rusted from just being exposed. But yeah, this is a catch-all area for sure here. This was not part of his store. I think this was this kind of sorting area. I'm not going to put my hands in that one there. Really. Yeah, it's just a lamp. We've got an old pump organ down here. We've got a little cobbler's piece. But like I was saying earlier, you can really tell what was popular 30 plus years ago, and some of it still is to an extent. Okay, we've got like some sort of press here. I'm not really familiar with that, but it's kind of work of art there with the really nice cast iron and the paint on it. I can't really access this area here, but this is clearly where the big animals come and go. Let me see if I can get around a little bit. Okay, I've got some wooden boxes here. Some of them might clean up okay, something to think about. Back here is like an old stove or two. But you can see there's almost no room to get around here. So I just gotta carefully move stuff as I go. So I'm standing by an old hi-fi here. So, I mean, he's going to have to take a ton to the dump. He's got a pretty big burn pile as well. And a lot of scrap metal. And that's going to be the bulk of it. There's not... It looks great from the outside. Looks great when you first walk in. You get a closer look and you're like, okay, there's a lot of junk in here that really can't be saved. But he's going to do his best, which is nice. And I'm going to do my best to help him. So this piece here caught my eye here. We've got a Pepsi cooler, an upright cooler, looks like. Not necessarily a vending machine. Anything there waiting for me? No. Books. Kind of a cool piece. It would clean up. It would make a great little pantry piece, though, that's for sure. Gonna weigh a ton. Pepsi sign is what he had on this here. So it's something I'm going to think about, and if I can get it for a good price and we can get it out of here easily enough, then maybe it'll be worth it. But I'm going to do a little research on these and see what they actually sell for. See, there's some really cool contraptions here, but they're on the larger side, so you've got to have room to display them in your garden or on your porch. Old student desk. Oh, there's a yield sign back here. Let's see if we pull that out. Any road signs I get my hands on for a good price, I grab them. Some I sell for 20, 30, upwards 50, depending on how they are. But that one's an older one. That one's steel. So just being mindful of my space. There's lots of like little stabby things around here. I'm up to date on my tetanus, but that's not going to heal any stab wounds. Okay, so I'm pretty much done this room here. A couple things to think about. Maybe the Pepsi cooler, at least one box here. And then maybe some clawfoot legs. We'll see how it goes through the rest of the place, though. I don't want to commit to too much in one space. I want to get the best stuff possible anyway. But there's lots of it. Okay, so onto the barn now. I'm excited about this one here. We only walked through really quickly. This giant thing here, good luck moving that. That's quite the cauldron there. And we're back in the barn again. So there's literally stuff shoved everywhere in here. So I'm gonna have to look pretty close. You know, I may miss some things because there is a lot to look at. Probably the driest firewood in the county. I wouldn't mind taking some of that back with me. But there's gonna be a real mix of stuff. So this is gonna be like workshop stuff. I'm hoping to find maybe some old signs, license plates, old oil cans, some good salvage that'll sell, but it's literally full. So we'll start in this corner back here. I've got a workbench, not as old as I would like. No, not easy to get in here, and I see like a couple metal tins back there. Let's see if I can get back here without this stuff collapsing. Okay, so I can see a shell one from here. So if I'm careful, I may have to put the camera down to grab a couple things off this shelf here. I need two hands to move. And the shelf here. So I'm gonna see what I can pull from behind this wood pile here and not disturb it. Okay, so there's three of these on the shelf back there. I only pulled out one. It is maybe a 1960s shell can here, 5 pounds. That's gonna be grease. But you can see there's not a whole lot going on here as far as graphics go. So, you know, even, you know, spotless, I might be lucky to get about $20 for that. But by the time I clean all that disgusting grease out of there, it's just not worth my while, plus what I pay for it. So I'll leave that for the next person. I have to find something a little more substantial if I'm going to do that kind of work of cleaning it out. So there's no tool cabinet back there, you can see. But no one's getting in there until the firewood's out. There's an old wagon wheel here, something I'll think about. Again, they're really hit and miss right now. And same goes with a lot of these tools here. I mean, and there's a lot of junk too. This is straight up scrap and garbage, a lot of it. There's a small folding ladder. If that's in decent shape, I'm gonna put that outside the door. There's a lot to take in here. So in here I'll be looking for maybe like old door hardware, useful pieces. Again, maybe like some more old cans that he's been using for storage that may be something decent. You can see like he's got a Daily Mail tobacco tin here, but they're pretty common. They're only like a $10 tin with a lid anyway. So, but something a little bit more collectible would be cool. You know, that's a little bit better there, the Big Ben, but again, no lid. Okay, so, you know, I wonder if somebody has broken in here or not. There are some gaps. I'm not sure why. If there was some good tins here or what. Because you can see there's a few. Nothing really jumping out at me yet. I'll have to ask him when I see him again if he knows of any break-ins in the barn. I mean, someone could literally spend hours in here unnoticed. You could just hide your car, have someone drop you off, and you could just have a field day in here and just make a pile and disappear. There's a lot of cast iron pots, cauldrons here. I know he's got one up front about that size there, which is, I don't know, 28 inches-ish. He was asking $100 for it, and I don't know if I could make much at that price. Yeah, a couple little mirrors there. If you're into metal art and some upcycling projects, I mean, this place is a gold mine, but that's not something I do too often. But so far, I'm just seeing a lot of rusted metal. Not much to salvage. No, oh, here's an old cylinder photo crate here, wishing well. It's a little weathered, but it's in one piece. Contents in this thing here. So it's not that bad, all things considered. It's got a little bit of rock going on there, but if I can salvage that for cheap and clean it up, it's worth grabbing. Okay. Through the rickety door we go. So again, like, you have to look really close. There's just so much stuff just kind of thrown around here. Like, this looks like a section where he had some lighting parts and pieces. Now, I will buy the odd old knob and tube type piece here and there. More for the steampunk crowd, but these sockets are still very common. But you never know. Yes, we're getting to some door hardware. Now this is like a cheap tin. We're gonna have to find brass if we want something that survived. So we've got like towel bars and toilet paper holders down here. It's a cool old tap. You know, some of this stuff is like $5 items, but I don't want to bother with much of that right now unless it's something I know I can sell a lot of quickly. So just layers of it. I'm really hoping to find a diamond in the rough here, because right now it's a lot of just rusted metal and rotting wood. But I'm in. I've been dying to get onto this property for 20 years. Okay, this section here, it's got a little bit more natural light in it here. It's a dissected old phone. Okay, here's a little pump here. Might not be complete, but that's something I could clean up with a wire brush pretty quickly and put a few bucks on. So if I can get that for a good price, I'll put that aside. There's an old Pepsi crate down here. Not exactly a rare one. Let's see what kind of shape it's in. Just get this motor off. Oh, it's mounted to it. Oh, that's no good. This is kind of wild. Here's a big old light. Not as old as I would like, and gonna need a lot of work. Big though. That's about 2 feet in diameter. All right. Here's our road sign back here though. That's worth grabbing. And this stuff's going to be 30, 40 years old. This is before they started making them out of the cheap, lightweight aluminum. So it does have, hey, those look like maybe mounting holes, so that's okay. So we've got the old cart back here. They're really heavy. That's the problem. Moving them around is a real chore, and they don't sell like they used to. Again, about a decade ago, maybe a little bit less still. I mean, you could sell these all day long to anybody. You just give it a quick power wash. You can put some new paint on the cast iron sections here. But just for the effort to put into it to maybe get $150 out of it, and that could take a while. I'm not sure how I feel about that. If I'm gonna buy something big, I want something that's got some significant value that maybe needs minimal work, or it's really worth my while. So we've got a handful of shutters, it looks like here. Oh, it's screen windows. See, they're cool, but you know, you can't pay much for them, and you're not going to get much back out of them. That's just it. I mean, I'd have to get these, you know, for $1 or $2 each, and just blow them out at, you know, $5 each, $10 each, and hopefully there's a taker for something like this. So I'm going to ask them. Maybe I could get a small stack, and if I do well with them, I could come back and get another stack. There's another wagon wheel here. That one's got quite a bit of rod on it already, and you know, to be expected for, you know, something that's 120 plus years old in a barn. Got old cheese bins there. Oh, we've got old push mowers. It's like a galvanized like a cream can maybe. It's a little rough on the top there. And then we've got all these kind of generic crates. I'm not sure what these would have been used for, but do I want, 30, 40 dirty rustic crates at a few bucks each that I've got to clean to only sell for maybe $10? I don't think so. Something back here that says Kiss Soda, maybe? Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. So this is tin wrapped around this carrier here. I wonder if that was a custom piece or not. It's got the orange paint on it. But if it is custom, I mean, it's really well done, but I'm going to put that in my pile for sure. That's my favorite find so far there. Nice piece of advertising. Even if it is just a one-off, someone's going to like that. It's going to clean up really well, and the tin is still in good shape. So I'm glad I looked in there. And, oh, there's another one. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to look for a couple more of those. Okay, we're finally picking up some steam around here now. I'm finding a couple of cool pieces, and I really like those custom-made orange Kiss carriers with the old tin sign wrapped around them. Okay, so I was digging around back here a little bit, just looking for more of those orange carriers there. This kind of caught my eye here. This is from the T. Eaton Company here, which is kind of a big deal in Canada. I'm not sure if this is some sort of like shaker. So it's got this retro stool wedged on it. I gotta see if I can get that off without breaking it. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, so that would be for, I'm not sure. That's kind of a cool piece though. Not too big, not too heavy. So I'm gonna ask him about that. I'll just probably take a picture of it when I go out and meet him and see what he says. But it doesn't look like it's too rotted out. There might be a bit by the feet there, but it's got galvanized steel under there. But that's in remarkably good shape for its age. You see some mice were chewing on the wood there a bit. But that's kind of cool. All right, on to the next part. Okay, on to the upper level of the barn here. So again, there's a lot of stuff on pegs and hooks all over the place here. So I am keeping my eyes open. And there's lots of stacks of glass, so I've got to be careful as well. Some old pulleys. That industrial stuff was really hot, not anymore. All right, up the ladder. Oh, I could have gone around, I guess, and walked up the ramp. It's a little safer. Okay, so I'm going to wander back here a little bit. Just see if there's anything that kind of catches my eye. I mean, there's like old threshers and stuff back here, and big retail display pieces that were probably part of the fruit stand. So here's the original like roadside sign here. But we've got veggies and stuff, but they're on plywood and they're not quite old enough, unfortunately. I love that stuff, but it's got to be just a little bit older. Yeah, there's not much there. Okay, next section here. Some more big stuff here. So these are big bins. Again, would have held the produce. Pretty cool if you could find a use for them. There's looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them there, and then they put chrome bases on them. Kind of cool. I don't know if I'd use them for anything. We've got a couple galvanized tubs here. Actually, it's a 2-sink system. It looks like on a base. You can see there's a drain hole there. I don't know if this one's fixed or stuck. The base is a little rough. That might be worth saving though. It's not completely rusted out. It will clean up, and this would be great outdoors, whether you want to use it as a sink again or fill them with ice. Besides that, not much back here though. I am going to ask him about this, see if I get that for a good price. And we've got a little dark section in here, so I'll turn the light on. And here we go. So we got magazines and books. I mean, I think if he had better jars, which would be like Beaver brand and a few others, he probably would have had them in the store area. I don't really feel like digging through much of those today. It's already been here for a couple hours almost. He mentioned something about some tack gear back here. So there's a little bit of that right here on the wall. I don't know if those are like little floats or what those are. A few more jars. Again, all the common stuff. Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's been ransacked, cleaned up. Like on the floor here, what's this? Like, did they patch the floor with an old sign? Look at that. XB Express. What does that say? Canada Express something. Oh, that's gonna bug me. I might have to shove these windows down to see if it's actually nailed on the floor. I gotta see what it says. Okay, so see, it's right on the edge here. Let's go a little further. How big is this thing? Oh yeah, it almost looks like Canada Express Company. It looks like it's almost used to patch the floor. I'm looking for nails, because if I can pry that up, it's porcelain. And even with the wear, it's going to have some value. I'm going to see if I can find something to pry that up with. I do my pry bar outside. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so I grabbed some primitive tools to see if I can dig this thing out a little bit here. And I got his permission to just let him know what it was and where it was, and he said that's fine. So if I can pull this out, it's mine. Okay, that took about 10 minutes. It was really wedged in there. It's just, I guess, one nail left. I definitely got my gloves on for that, though, yanking on old metal. So I'm gonna rip this off in a second here, though. It says Canadian Express Company. So clearly it's got a lot of wear on it. It's gonna clean up quite well. I'll post a picture once I get this cleaned up, though, but I think it's worth it. Okay, so sign's out. And if I wasn't sweating before, I definitely am now. So I took out the rest of the upper level of the barn here. And then I'm going to circle back and do a quick run through the antique store area again. We just kind of drifted through there quickly. I just have to watch my footing around here. Clearly there's some holes. He said they were all pretty obvious, so look at this little collection of old school desks back here. Most of these won't be able to be salvaged. They're just too far gone. And again, something that was trendy a while ago, but not anymore. Oh, but look at this piece here, though. Massey Harris right there on the side. Someone would kill for just that panel. I don't know if he wants to get rid of it that way, but I'm going to ask him what he's doing with it. I wouldn't buy this whole thing. It's giant. It's got to be 12 feet plus long and about 8 feet wide, but nice to see. I'm sure he'll find a taker for it. Some stainless steel pieces here, probably would have been part of the fruit stand or something. A little beat up, not super old, probably worth more than scrap at this point. Here's a nice old iron gate here. I may have to ask about that one. It's not attached to that. No. Yeah. So that's kind of different. So pop that out there. But not much up here. I don't know which places are safe to walk. There's an old bicycle buried in the hay here. Like literally. Oh, it looks like an old banana seat bike or something, but it's it's a Schwinn. I don't know, let's see. So you never know what's in here. Okay. We're gonna get some of the hay off of it here as we flip it around. Looks like there's an extra set of handlebars under there too. So if we strip some of this away, there's a bicycle license here from 71. You know what? I've gone this far. I may as well just drag it out. We can shake that off. My trailer is just down the road, so I can come back with that for the bigger stuff, but we'll pull this out. Okay, so I'm just yanking on this other one here, which I thought was handlebars, but it looks like there's a second bike, also Schwinn, under here. Wow, it's like the bike cemetery in the hayloft. That's pretty wild. So yeah, we've got a second one here. I mean, obviously these are for restoration. This one here, I'm not sure if it's got a back tire on it actually. But it is the same frame as the other one, so maybe for parts. So, 2 bikes. Now the bikes we saw on the lower level of the barn, they're nothing to write home about, but the ones we just pulled out of the loft, now they're a different story. That's a matched pair of early 1970s Schwinn Stingray banana seat bikes that belonged to him and his brother. Now one's pretty much complete, although beat up, and the other one's only really good for parts, but I should be able to get about $250 to $300 for the pair of those as is. Okay, so finding a couple things. I got the old porcelain sign, I got a couple bikes for restoration. Maybe this double sink here. But, yeah, this is like mostly windows and stuff back here. Okay, so I think that's it for the barn. Okay, so time to take a closer look in the actual retail store area here. You know, he did mention that a lot of stuff was stolen over the years because they were only here during the summer months. But one last dig through here. I'm going to ask him out of curiosity on this big copper boiling pot here. Okay, I didn't notice this the first time. It's an old armadillo shell. More or less in one piece, just needs to be cleaned. That's kind of different. I've never had one of those before. I've never really, well, I guess I was in the desert in Vegas, but I've never seen an armadillo before. That's kind of different. It's like a basket. But you see, like there is like, you know, old scale. This is really rusted up. And I've got one very similar right now, and again, they're just not a big seller. And these records are obviously going to be toast. I do like this old soda bottle here. Ooh, it's got old liquid in it. It's got the plastic top. I'd prefer a metal one though. If I can get it for a couple bucks though, I'll grab it. So I'll put that aside. And we've got the old cast iron bell here. It is missing the clapper on it. But again, if the price is right, I think someone will like it. So I'm going to pull it off the hook. There's a couple things there from a wasp. I think that's old. This tobacco tin here, I'm not sure if that's rare or not. He had $12 on it back in the day. I'll put it aside. It's probably just a $10 tin, but we'll see. There's some cobbler stuff. I do like these big bellows, so I will ask him again about those. But even these extinguishers over here, they used to be big sellers, not so much anymore, and they're a little more on the common side these days. So I do want to be particular. I just don't want to end up with a bunch of old rusty stuff that I've got to, you know, basically sell just a little bit over cost. Okay, and one last look through here. So the books, clearly I'm not interested in those. This is an old copper boiler back here. The lid is missing the handle. You know, there's just a lot of them out here. And the handles are gone, so I'm going to leave that. If someone wants to buy that, great. If not, he can scrap it. More books. It's pretty cool to see it all, though. Even if it has been, you know, weathered a little bit and possibly ransacked. Again, more of these multi-pane windows, some with glass, some with partial glass. It's another wash tub, but it's pretty banged up, so I'm going to leave that one. So I think that might be it for this place. So I'm going to round up all my stuff, make a few piles, and grab him and see if we can make a deal today. Yeah, so this is a little pile I pulled out here.
You want that other sign too, the yield sign?
Yeah, I've got a little pile up front. Okay. I've got a little pile here and a couple bigger things to mention around here. I'll show you. This little pile here, how about 50?
Sounds good.
Okay. There was the old grain separator in there.
Yep.
I dragged that out and put it out the side door here.
Yep.
And you said $20 on that?
Yep.
Okay. And then the other stuff is up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was walking up the stairs. I didn't need to. There's a ramp here.
Yeah. It's a little safer.
Yeah. So I had to fight for it, but I got that sign off the floor there that was wedged in.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
So I pulled that out. That one's not old, but it was there, so I pulled it out.
Yeah.
So over here, I got some mild interest in this like double wash basin thing here.
Yeah. $20.
Sold.
Okay.
Okay, and this was kind of fun area to navigate over here. Oh, what's this piece of machinery called here? The Massey Harris.
Collecting hay and loading it onto this. It loads. You drive over top, but you straddle the row of hay.
Okay.
And this conveyor pulls it up and puts it on the wagon.
Oh, okay.
It's a hay wagon loader.
Hope we can find somebody for that, eh? An old Massey Harris.
The wheels might be worth more than anything. It's just such a
Yeah.
big bulky thing. I'm gonna pull it down one day.
Yeah, because
getting it out of here is gonna be a challenge.
I know, because I know guys that would kill just to have the panel that says Massey Harris on it.
Yeah, and then but it just takes up so much room. So
it does, and it's not something most farmers will say. I'm just going to put this on the yard and call it lawn art.
Yeah,
you might get one if you're lucky.
Yeah, maybe. If not, just
if it comes down to salvage, though, let me know about that panel there.
Yep.
So yeah, the most unusual thing up here was I saw part of a bicycle sticking out of the hay over here.
Yeah.
And pulled it out, and it was an old like 70s or late 60s Schwinn banana seat.
Those are our bicycles as kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then I saw an extra set of handlebars. I'm like, oh, and I pulled on it, and it was like almost a whole bike. It's missing the back tire and stuff.
Myself and my brother, those are our old bicycles.
So when was that?
Well, let's see, it'd been the 70s.
Yeah, because there's a license from 71 on it.
Yeah, it'd been early 70s.
Okay. Well, I thought they might be worth salvaging anyway.
$20 for the pair. How's that?
That's good, even for parts.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
That's cool. Yeah. Looks like it's a basket.
Yeah, these armadillos.
Isn't that funny? I've never seen one in real life.
I've got one at home. Well, they have a very short lifespan, but I've got one at home. They're blind.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah,
okay.
They're blind. They can't really see much. They have eyes, but you see them on the roads all the time getting run over.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one at home. Lives in the tree right out front.
Oh, that's cool.
But
yeah.
He's not that big.
I've only been in the desert once, and that's when I went to Vegas.
Well, anywhere south, they just don't take the cold very well. Anywhere in the south, they have Florida and all those places.
All right. So there's a few small things here. The yield sign, this box, that, the bell, the soda bottle and stuff.
The biggest thing for me, because my dad was a bell collector, would be the bell.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have a clanger, but you can get. Did you look in there for a clanger?
No, I didn't. I didn't see one popping out at me.
Yeah.
What do you want out of that on its own?
This here would be $25. The rest of them are going to be less, meaning not so big deal.
Okay, so how about 35 for the rest of it? $60.
That's fine. That's fair.
Okay. Cool. So the couple bigger things I was going to ask about in here was again, mild interest was the Pepsi cooler.
Yeah.
I thought it would be the way it opens up
$20.
is
It's just heavy. It's clumsy.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet quite a bit of money. That thing works.
Okay. Yeah, so that's something I'd have to come back for with an empty trailer.
Yep.
In there. But I think even if it doesn't work, the way it opens up, it'd make a cool pantry. Okay, that was a long, exhausting day, and I probably lost about 5 pounds worth of sweat, but it's totally going to be worth it. His prices were amazing because he just wants to get the place empty and do something with it by the end of this summer. And that wrought iron gate, he originally wanted to keep that, but changed his mind and said I could have it for only $10. He gave away that porcelain sign to me that I worked so hard to dig out of there, and I only spent about $170 total today. And I'm going back for the Pepsi cooler for $20 and a second trip because there's a lot of larger items on the property I really want to get my hands on. I just need more time. So despite spending 4 or 5 hours here today, I was moving pretty quickly and there's a good chance I missed something obvious. Now I do plan on coming back here pretty soon, but I'd love to hear from you guys in the meantime. Did I miss something obvious I should be going back for? Put that in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe as well, especially if you want to see part 2 of this video. Now in the meantime, if you love dirty old barn picks like this one, you may want to check out one of these videos right here. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you real soon.